Hello everyone. So myself Shromona De, Assistant Professor of SVIST. So last session we have understood about the tips of comprehension, and there are a lot of like what types of comprehension are, right? So we could understand that there are different types of comprehension which we go through every day, and what we learn from there, and listening comprehension, importance of listening comprehension, all these things we have done. So now we will talk about that importance of effective reading in comprehension. So we all actually think that what is the importance of it and how we can do effective reading. That is very important. So how to do effective reading comprehension? First of all, pre-reading strategies. So if you are given a comprehension, so how will you solve it very quickly? So what are the tips of it? Like pre-reading strategies. Before reading, prepare your mind for a better understanding. So just don't jump into the reading, but you have to understand the text. So make it sure that first you skim the text. Skimming, what is it? Look at headings, subheadings, bold words and images to get an idea of the topic. So skimming is very important. First you look after the subheadings, heading, bold words and images in the context, okay, before jumping into reading. Then predict the content. Think about what the passage might discuss best on the title. So when you read the title, you can get an idea that what can be the context, right? So understanding the heading and getting an idea at first is very important. Identify the purpose. Ask yourself why you are reading it. So the understanding the purpose is very important. Is it for information, enjoyment or answering questions? So in everyday life, when you go through any information, that can be for your own information, that can be for your enjoyment purpose, or if you just answer the question in your exam. So what is the purpose? Now you have to know. Okay, so these are the three ways you have to read the comprehension. The steps, okay. Then active reading strategies. Engage with the text while reading. So engage. How you can engage? Read carefully. Focus on each sentence and try to understand the meaning of it. So understanding is very important. As I already said, that focus on each sentence and understand that what is the meaning out of it. Highlight key points. So highlighting key points are very important. Underline or note important words, phrases or main ideas. So you are going to highlight and also you are going to write or underline the main important words in the text or any particular idea. Ask questions. So you are going to ask who, what, when and how. These 5 questions: who, what, when, where, why and how. These 5 W's and 1 H method. 5 W and 1 H method. Always you remember that when you are going to read the text, you are going to ask these questions. Break down difficult sentences. If a sentence is very complex, so you are going to break it into smaller parts. Okay, then visualize. Create mental images of what you are reading to improve retention. So whatever you are reading, you are going to create mental images. Okay, now if I read about a particular scenario where a girl is being harassed in any place, many people are just watching, so you're going to visualize, you're going to see that image in your mind while reading. So visualizing is a method in comprehension which is very important to help you understand the text properly. How to do and then the third point is post reading strategies. What are these strategies? Post reading strategies, like when you are done with the reading part, you are going to summarize. So now it's time to summarize in your own words. Explain what the passage is all about. So summarizing is very important here. As you go ahead in your life, you can understand that only reading or only understand won't help you. It's ultimately summarizing and rephrasing in your own words what you have understood is going to help you in your life going ahead. Answer questions. Check if you can answer comprehension questions correctly. Find the main idea, identify the central theme of the passage. Okay, then look for context clues. Use surrounding words to understand difficult vocabulary. Okay, so you are going to understand the surrounding words to understand difficult vocabulary properly. So you need to understand the vocabulary very, at first. Reread if necessary. Go back to sections that were unclear. You have to reread again when you are not clear about certain part of the passage. So please see guys, all these points are very important when you are going to solve the comprehension. Number 4, practice regularly. This is very important, as you all know that just knowing the points, just going through what, how you are going to solve it, just understanding won't help. You have to practice it. And how you are going to do it? Like read different types of text. Nowadays, reading stories, reading newspapers are going away. But you have to bring that habit in yourself that you have to read one story. In our childhood, we used to read storybooks. We used to go in the book fair and buy storybooks every year. So new storybooks have that flavor, when you are going to improve your reading skills while reading those good storybooks. So you have to read stories, you have to read newspapers, essays, articles every day which you are getting in your social media or maybe from anywhere you can read all this information. Expand your vocabulary to understand more words. So you need to develop your vocabulary. You need to understand a lot of new words. You have to increase your list of vocabulary. Practice time-based comprehension to improve speed and accuracy. So you need to practice while every day you have to solve comprehension, that within minutes how you can solve, within 10 minutes, within 15 minutes how you can solve, and it can improve your speed and accuracy. Solving comprehension passages requires a strategic approach. As I already said that it needs a step-by-step approach. So there is an example like solving comprehension, how you can do it. Okay, so skim the passage at first, identify key themes, tone and subject matter. Read the question first before reading in detail. Check the questions. This helps in identifying where to focus. So skimming, then identifying, then look for keywords in the passage related to the questions. Related to the questions, you need to find out the keywords. Underline or note important information. Use the elimination method. It's very important that if multiple choice questions are there, you are going to eliminate wrong answers quickly. Choose the best possible option. So you also have to know the skill of eliminating. So what you need to eliminate and what you need to, accept for the best possible option. Then infer smartly. Some answers require logical inference rather than direct retrieval. So as I already said in my previous sessions that you need to have that skill of making conclusions, making inferences out of the text, whatever you are reading. Be mindful of the tone, that the tone is positive or negative or neutral. So whatever the author is actually explaining you need to understand the tone, that whether it is positive tone, what is the emotion at the back of it, right? Manage your time. Don't spend too long on one question. Move on and come back if needed. So you're not going to spoil your time on particular question, right? Or reading the text 1,000 times to understand what is the message given by the author. But you need to solve the questions quickly. If you are stuck on one particular question, you're not going to again go back or read. But don't spend too long on one question. Move on, okay? Move on, and then you can also come back later if needed. So there is a passage, I am just, as an example, I am just using it to make you understand that how you are going to solve the passage very quickly. So like climate change has been a growing concern for decades. Scientists warn that rising temperatures will lead to more extreme weather patterns, including droughts and hurricanes. Governments worldwide are working on policies to reduce carbon emissions, but progress has been slow. Some experts believe that without urgent action, the effects will be irreversible. What are the questions? So these are multiple choice questions. So as I said you that you also have the skill to eliminate. So what is the main idea of the passage? So you are going to find out what is the main idea of the passage. Extreme weather is unavoidable? No. Climate change is a growing concern and requires urgent action? Yes. So the right answer is answer number B. That's the main idea is about climate change and urgency for action. Okay, and the last question is, what are the effects of climate change mentioned in the passage? What are the effects? So number 1, rising temperatures and extreme weather, better government policies, reduce carbon emissions. So you can find out the answer is A, option A, that is rising temperatures and extreme weather. So like this, you can solve the comprehension very easily if you know the process, that's the step by step which I mentioned. Thank you.